Welcome to another episode of Oxygen. Tonight, we're going to cover the life of Lil'Baby. Dominique Jones, better known as Lil'Baby, was born in Atlanta, Georgia on December 3rd, 1994. He was born into a lower middle-class family, which he lived there in the suburbs of Georgia. Throughout his childhood, he was exposed to many criminal activities. Since many of his neighbors were making a living out of petty crimes, Lil'Baby didn't have much of an option but to tread the same path led by most of his neighbors. Lil'Baby was never really interested in academics, for his lack of the interest in the studies made his parents worried about his future. Then in the late 90s, the music, gangster rap, was at its peak, and almost every kid was influenced by it. However, making a career out of it was never the plan. Lil'Baby spent most of his early days just hanging out with friends and selling drugs on the street. He was also often getting involved in brawls, fights, and other criminal activity. When some of his childhood friends went on to make careers in the music industry, Lil'Baby felt left out, but he refused to change his ways. Lil'Baby always had a passion for music, but living the life as a criminal seemed better and easier than any other profession. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison for selling drugs. Due to good behavior, Lil'Baby would be released, just serving 2 years. And upon his release, he decided to live a better life. And his childhood friend, Coach K, would come forward to help him. In April 2017, Lil'Baby released his debut mixtape, Perfect Timing. This album was a collected effort by all of Lil'Baby's childhood friends, who all worked together to make sure this album was a hit. A little later, Lil'Baby would say he and his team only took 2 days to come up with the mixtape. And that was when he realized that he had natural flair for music. The mixtape took Atlanta's underground music scene by storm. The album was played in many pubs, bars, cafes all around Georgia. Lil'Baby was praised for his lyrics, and most of his lyrics were inspired by the experiences he had during his time in prison, which he had also written about his thoughts of leading the life of a petty criminal. He became even more popular when the release of his next mixtape, Harder Than Hard, while the lyrics explained the pain and suffering from his past, with catchy beats and tunes. To ensure the success of the album, some of the songs, My Dog, Ride or Die, My Dip, went on to become chartbusters. On January 10th, 2020, Lil'Baby released the second single, Something to Prove, for his album, and it reached number 16 on the Hot 100. My Turn was released on February 28th, 2020, and debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200. It featured guest appearances from Gunna, 42 Dugg, Future, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Wayne, Moneybagg Yo, Young Thug, and Rilo Rodriguez. My Turn produced 12 songs that appeared the Billboard Hot 100 chart, giving him a career total of 47 songs on the chart. That's putting him at a tie with Prince and Paul McCartney. Following the release of the album's deluxe version on May 1st, My Turn, it returned to the top spot on the Billboard 200. On June 12, 2020, Lil'Baby released the political song, The Bigger Picture. This was aimed at the George Floyd protest, and this song debuted at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. This became Lil'Baby's highest chart song as a lead artist. His song, We Paid, featuring 42 Doug, from My Turn, the deluxe, also peaked the top 10 of the Hot 100. Then in July of 2020, Lil'Baby was featured in Pop Smoke's For the Night for his debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. This track reached number 6 on the Hot 100. Fast forward September 2020, My Turn became the first album of the year to be certified double platinum by RIAA. The Bigger Picture received 2 nominations at the Grammy Awards for Best Rap Performance and Rap Song. On March 14th, 2021, Lil'Baby performed The Bigger Picture at the Grammys. In 2021, the mostly positive reviews ever following the day, and another collaboration with Drake, Wants and Needs. This debuted at number 2 on the Hot 100, passing a previous peak and debut, The Bigger Picture, for Jones. This became his highest charting song ever. June 4th, 2021, Lil'Baby released his debut album with Lil Durk, The Voice of the Heroes. This album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. Lil'Baby is one of the fastest rappers to hit stardom coming out of Atlanta. He's got ties to just about everybody in the industry. Lil Durk, Young Thug, YSL, Gunner, 42 Doug, and the list goes on. Most of all, The Bigger Picture. It was a statement piece for Lil'Baby, and it went nationwide. It brought people from around the world together to really see the bigger picture. There's not a lot about Lil'Baby. Pretty much starting out in 2015 till now. He is one of the hottest stars in the rap game. But don't get it wrong. He's still rising every year in topping charts. Lil'Baby is here, and he's here to stay. Like I said before, we've all got a past. There's ups, there's downs. You learn from your mistakes. You grow stronger. You become the man you are today. Lil'Baby's young. He's still got a lot of growing to do, and he will. But I can tell from Lil'Baby, he's different from a lot of other rappers. He wants to make a change. He's going to make a change. And I've been a fan since day one. So I can't wait to see what's next for Lil'Baby. But don't get it twisted. He is a gangster rapper. He is from the street. He has changed his life around. But push comes to shove, that mentality will never leave the man. So stay in your lane, play your part, and see the bigger picture. This was the life of Lil'Baby. Thank you again to all my day ones. This was another episode of Oxygen. If you like the content, you like the hip hop news, I'm going to keep bringing it. It's going to keep coming. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Leave me comments for who I need to cover next, and I'll do it. And until then, this is Oxygen with Coach.